All right, everybody, how y'all doing today? This is the natural versus cardboard check-in. Um, we got 1.7 ounces of worms in each bin. We had 7 quarts to start with bedding per bin. That should be up to 8 quarts now with the one feeding that we've done. So this will be actually the first check-in after the first feeding, and hopefully be the second feeding. And so we'll take a look and see how things are going. So this is the natural bedding, and everything looking good here. Still got a little food left here, and let's run that through here one time. There they are, doing the thing, doing the thing. Mm-hmm. Not a lot of food left, actually. I mean, a little bit there. And like I said, the bedding is food too, so they're not gonna starve. I might still go on and just feed them and see how they're doing, and we'll see on the next feed, see whether or not they've eaten back down to where they are now. So yeah, everything's looking good though. Cocoon there, good looking little cocoon. So they're definitely happy and making us some new babies. So I might give them a splash. I might give them both a splash. I'm trying to feed them the same amount, so um, keep everything even. But let's see. I don't know. I guess we'll give them a quart of bedding. Give them a whole quart. There's a quart of fresh bedding, and then I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna get too crazy with it. We'll give them a little splash down the middle here. Just a little bit, not a lot. So I call it happy worms there. That's what I call that. Call that a bunch of happy worms. And the moisture's great. I mean, it's perfect. It's nice and damp. They love damp. So, hey, does anybody ever notice that when they open their bins up, they hear them working? I don't know if anybody ever takes the time and notice when you first pull that bin off, I mean that lid off, you can hear them in there working. It's like, and that's when you know they're really getting down. That's when you know that they're doing what you want them to do. And so yeah, I don't know if anybody's ever. Maybe I'll try to catch that on the microphone, and one day maybe if I can catch them working, I'll see if I can catch it. I doubt I'll be able to with this old cheap telephone. I don't have no big setup. I got a cell phone that I got, and it ain't even turned on. It's just a cell phone I use for the internet and the video. The microphone seems to work better than the other phone I actually use every day, and so this phone has just been primarily for YouTube videos. Um, so I can do all the editing on it and everything. So there's the natural. Now let's go look at the cardboard bin. 1.7, fed the same times, exact same amount of bedding, whole 9 yards. You got some castings coming up right here. You can see the castings a whole lot easier on the cardboard versus the natural bedding, because the bedding in there is roughly the same texture and color as the castings. But there ain't a there ain't a whole lot of food left. I mean, there are some, but it's just real slimy. I mean, it's just real gooey kind of. Just, I don't know. I don't like it at all. I mean, it's just, I ain't got, I don't know. I don't know. I ain't feeling it. Uh, I hate to do it to them, but we're gonna leave them in it and let them go. I'm starting to feel sorry for them, but anyway, I mean, they're in there. They're doing their thing. Um, I've looked. I haven't seen any cocoons in here. They're not trying to get out. I mean, they're not on the sides or anything when I come in here and check on them and stuff like that. But I haven't found any cocoons, and I'm half blind, and so the colors and the cardboard color itself and everything may be hindering my sight to be able to see some. So, and I've been down here with my glasses on and looked and haven't found any cocoons yet. So I don't know how happy they are. I've yet to find a breeding pair in the bin either. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't like the smell of it. I don't like the texture of it. It's kind of slimy and gooey, and it's just I don't know. Anyway, so we're gonna run it though. I mean, like I said, they're okay. They're not suffering too bad, I don't reckon. So anyway, like I said, I was getting to feel sorry for them. I was gonna give up on this whole cardboard versus uh, natural bedding thing, but we're gonna let it run. I mean, I've run cardboard. I run cardboard and paper when I first started several years ago, but I've evolved from that. And so anyway, I mean, we learn as we go. So you know, let's get them some more cardboard. So we're gonna give them a little big scoop of that. Some people don't use color cardboard, but that's not the wax covered. That's just the ink printed style. It's not the slick kind of cardboard. It's a Walmart box. I think the shredder came in or whatever it was. Anyway, and so all right. Let's give them something to eat. I mean, it seems like they're eating because the food was gone from the last feeding. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just not tickled to death about the results so far. We're gonna let them run. We're gonna stay with it, and we'll go from there. And anybody wants to tell me, have you ever done this before? I mean, like I said, I started all mine off with shredded paper and cardboard, and I made some really good castings with it, and the worms were happy. But I don't know. Maybe these guys are spoiled. Maybe I don't know. They might be like, "Hey, where's that other stuff we were in? We want to go back to that." I don't know. So we're gonna let it run. Maybe they'll get acclimated to just that's what you got. And you better deal with it. But that is just so I don't know. That is just so slimy, mushy, and that's why I got away from the paper pretty much. I don't know, within 6 to 8 months, I got away from shredded paper because all it did was get gooey and gummy and bundle up, and it was just hard for them to work it. It was hard for them to work through it. It was compacting the bed and just making everything just icky. So anyway, well, there it is. Second feeding, not impressed. So anyway, we're gonna let it run. We'll let it go and see how that works out. So we're gonna check some more bins. Yeah. We're gonna feed some more bins. I got a hatchery bin somewhere here. This is one that come out February the 4th. Let's take a look at these bad boys. A little spot of some chow that I had that I just dumped in here because it was on another top. But let's dig down in here and see what we're working with. Oh yeah, there's little babies. There's little babies. Little baby. Little baby in this. So they're hatching. They're coming along. Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely coming. Look, he's getting, yeah, see, getting up in there now. So, and this didn't have any worms big enough for me to pick up with my fingers that I did with the light separation method. And so, everything you're seeing in here now is just what's come along from hatching. And so these are some more of the 75% castings. And so you're definitely getting them now where we can pick them up. And I'm just going to let them grow out a little bit more, and then I'll come in and pull them out, and I'll basically just really honestly just take these worms and put them in fresh bedding. And then I'll run another round of that, and I'll let them mature and make more cocoons, and you know the name of the game. So let's give them some food. What do you think? Huh? I want to give them some food. Let's give them a little shot of some good old nutrition here. Some apple, oranges, acorn, cornflake mix. I'll give out my top secret recipe for my worm food, but that's what they're eating tonight. Just whatever would fit in a blender is what they're eating. So yeah, give them a shot of that. Good stuff here. I feed mostly fruits, and they work good, and I don't have fruit fly problems. I mean, we've had days of 70 to 80 degrees so far this past week, and I'm not getting any extra critters. I'm not getting any fruit flies. I'm not getting any kind of infestation. I will tell you this: I don't do a lot of bread and wheat and grain because it seems like the mites love it. That's how you bait mites out of your bean, is take bread and throw it in there, and they'll run up on the bread, and then you just take the bread out and throw it away. So maybe that's the reason why I don't have mites. I don't know. I don't know why I don't have some of the problems that other people are having. I don't know what it is. I can't. If I could figure it out, I'd tell you. Trust me, I would, because I see people struggling with it all the time online on YouTube. And so, anyway, so there's another happy little bunch of little babies. And so those are what we're after. That's more population. That's more worms to make us more worms to make us more casting. And I've always said I thought that was the name of the game. So yeah, they're running good. So I'll pull a bin. Let me pull a bin off the end down here. That's got I believe like corn and beans in them. And that's what I had fed. I don't know, some old expired food that came out of a pantry. And let's see how that's going. They are really slow going on. Their sweet tooth is a whole lot better than corn and beans and potatoes. See, right there. They are still working it. So it's okay. I mean, you know, I'm all right with them. I ain't mad at them. But they are still working it. So, I mean, they're in here too, though, but still working it. See right there, that's like cream corn or sweet corn, and it was some potatoes and some, I don't remember what kind of beans, kidney beans or something or whatever, and that's what it was. And I fed it to them, and they're still working it. And I've already fed twice to the other bins, the apple, oranges, fruit mix, with some, like, you know, maybe a little bit of a cereal that was left over, or some worm chow, or ground up acorns, or something like that, all mixed together with some coffee grounds or something. And they've already worked that slap through, and you're roughly the same amount of worms in each bin. So it's just a slower food, and I'm okay with that. That's why I've got these bins stacked up on the far right over here. I've got them over there, and I just kind of check on them, make sure they're good, and then I'll let them ride. I'm gonna let them work that out, and then we'll start feeding them uh, some more sweeter food, and then they'll work it faster. And I mean, they're doing the job. I mean, that's the only thing I can complain about. They're definitely, see these two right here. They're doing their job. Look at there. They're making us some more babies. And I mean, if you can go in your bin and pull out at least 1 to 2 to 3 mating sets, and you're gonna find them in these corners right here. They're gonna be in the sides out here usually, and that's what they're doing. They're making you some more babies. So as long as they're doing that, guess what? They're happy. You know how that goes. And so yeah, we're good with that. And a lot of times I will come in, like I said before, I call it a family reunion. I will come in and spin one up, and then I take everybody and I drop them in the middle where the food is. And I call it a family reunion. I bring everybody back together, cousins, nephews, aunts, and uncles, and I put them all put them all over here together, and let everybody figure out who's who and what's what, and then hopefully they'll go down. Everybody will eat a little bit, then they'll ease back out into the corners and do their thing. So yeah, and I mean they're healthy. They're doing their thing. They're nice and fluffy. So I'm guessing I'm doing something right. So you know, let me know how you do it. I wish YouTube was kind of like Facebook. I know some of y'all don't have YouTube videos. You just have a YouTube channel and watch YouTube videos. And you don't have your own channel that you're posting your own videos with. And I kind of wish that YouTube had a section where we could communicate other than through video comments. I wish there was somewhere we could go and you could post pictures and ask questions and things about what you've got and how your bins are set up, because a lot of people that have the vermicomposting set up, they're on Burma pages on Facebook. So I wish it would kind of get a little bit like that. I mean, I think it would be cool to be able to talk to y'all directly, and you to be able to share a little bit more info. I got a question. My worms look like this. So, I guess we'd have to rendezvous on one of the worm pages on Facebook, which I'm on like 3 or 4 of them. But I don't know. It'd be a nice step upgrade for YouTube to maybe pick up some sort of a social media slash YouTube thing or something. Maybe I should come up with that. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna patent that. Don't nobody try it. All right, I'm gonna make that happen. I'll be a billionaire. Yes, sir. That'll be awesome. I won't do you like Zuckerberg though. Okay. So anyway, yes, I'm in Facebook jail again already. Just to let you know, I'm in Facebook jail for another 15 days on one of my accounts. So anyway, yeah. So anyway, I don't know. It'd just be cool if you could go in the comments and post pictures of little short clip videos and go, well, mine looks like this, or my worms are like this, or what kind of worms is that, this, and whatever. It would be better communication. I think would be cool. So anyway, I don't have a website. I don't have an email. I have 5 emails because I have 5 YouTube channels, but I can't remember any of the passwords to get into any of the emails. And so anyway, yeah. So yeah, you got 4 alternate Facebook accounts because you stay in Facebook jail about every 2 weeks. So anyway, but yeah, that's looking great. I'm liking this one. And, like I said, if they're going to slow eat it, then I'm going to slow feed it. I'm not going to overfeed it. I'm going to let them run. Let them do the thing. They're making more babies. I ain't really after the castings anyway. I got probably 100 and some pounds of castings sitting over in the corner underneath the bins on the tub bed anyway. This was a January the 15th bin that we set up. So let's see what this puppy looks like for about 30 some days. It's looking good, still moist, real moist. If I can get my glasses on, we're gonna look and see if we see any cocoons in here. What do you think? The little man digging around looking for cocoons. Everything looks like a cocoon. It's full of cocoons. Everything is a cocoon. But there's one right there. There's one right there. Yeah, we're good. Now look, I mean, there's one that used to be a cocoon. And that's a baby. So yeah, they're working. So I've seen some food in here. Let's have a look. Oh, easy, easy, easy. Sit over there for a minute. We gotta do something here. It's yeah, it's a little bit left here on the back edge. So it's all right. Yeah. Oh, do we? Nah. Okay. Thought we had a set. So yeah, they're doing good. Everybody's making the castings and making the babies, and yeah, that's looking good. I'm pleased with it. Oh, there we go. Bow, bow, chicka, wow, wow. There's another one. So like I said, as long as you go through there and you find one, then you know that they're not the only ones, and that means they're happy. So that's the awesome thing. So it's not getting too tight. It's still kind of loose all the way down to the bottom. And like I said, what was this one? January the 15th. So it's not an old bin at all. But if you look and see how good they're working it, you know, they're getting really good down here at the bottom. You see, that's all getting turned into some good stuff. And there was a cocoon in there somewhere. I seen it. So anyway. But yeah. I'm good. Ooh, easy. There's a whole nother crew right here. See, every time I hit a corner or come around the bend here, everybody's laying in this trough right here, you see. And you can tell it's not overly wet and it's not overly dry. So, different sizes. You can see, there's a juvie. There's a sub-adult. Well, no, let's see. Nah. That's got a fully formed cotellum on it. So, yeah, we're good. I'm liking it. So, yeah. We're going to let them run. Like I said, they got bedding. They're not going to starve. I watched the guy grind up cardboard, throw the worms in it. He's stuck the lid on it, slung it under his steps for 6 months and opened it back up. Worms are still alive. They eat every bit of cardboard that was in the bin, and they were doing good. And so it's hard to knock them out. If you kill them because you poisoned them or you drowned them or you dried them. So that's why I don't get into the drying part. I don't get into the watering part. I try to stay out of both of that. You get to messing with that, then you change something and something gets too wet or something gets too dry. So that's why I blend and feed. My water, my food is all one motion. Put a little bit of bedding in there. That way if it does get a little bit too wet, that bedding will soak up that moisture and keep everything at a steady, consistent moisture level. And you just wind up with fat, happy worms. I mean, that's my whole gig. And then the moisture will get a little bit more down here in this trough, because that's the lowest point of the plastic is right there in that trough right there. And they'll get down in there and lay in it. You see where they're coming out of, right? They're coming out of that trough right there. So, yeah, we're good. We're happy. Everybody's doing their thing. I'm okay with it. And the lid, see, I keep the lid on. The lid doesn't let my moisture out. These other bins I got over here, it's got cardboard on top of them or little pieces of bubble wrap, blah, blah, blah. Every time I open them up, pull them off, the edges are always dry, all the way around the edge, wherever that stuff didn't go all the way up exactly to it, and that kind of thing. And you always have to water them, or, you know, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of that either. So we're going to let this one run. And see, if you look on the lid here, I don't know if you can see that moisture or not, but there's moisture on that lid. And so that's a good sign. That means it's not dry. And it's not a ton of moisture, but it's enough. You see, it's not raining. So, yeah, pretty good deal. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Are you liking it? Let me know if you're liking it. Like it if you like it. Yeah, so a 113. Something did in January. Oh, now see, he's a little bit of water. See, yeah, see that water? Yeah, that's what we want. My worms aren't dry if you got that, you know. See, they're slow working it. That's some more of that. That's some more of that corn mix, and that's okay. Like I said, it's all right. Look at them. I mean, they're just sitting there sucking on it and getting fat, and that's what we want: fat, happy, full-fed worms. And so, yeah, they're doing their thing. Definitely getting fat and happy. And these are some old worms too. I haven't ordered worms in 4 years. I've been making my own worms, but some of these worms are the original. Well, not the original, because we killed. Yeah, we killed 2 batches of worms. But these worms are at least, I guess, 2 years old. At least 2 years old, if not three. So, because yeah, we did the whole kill off thing real quick. We killed them off real fast by drowning them, and then we killed them off real fast by drying them out. I believe is the way it went, or maybe it went the other way. Tried to compensate for one or the other, and wound up overcompensating and winding up messing up. Look at there. There they are, tangled up, getting down. So, and that's not bad. You open up every bin and pull out a mating pair at least. And I mean, there's probably several more all the way around here doing the thing. So, yeah. And as long as they got food, like I said, they're not going to starve. So I'm not going to overfeed them. I'm not pressured to feed them. I got food mixed up. Guess what? It'll keep. I'll set it in here. I won't even put it back in the fridge. I'll actually set it in here to the side. And, hey, look here now. This is a February the 11th, 2.7 ounces grow out bin. Let's have a look at her. But yeah, I'll set it on the shelf, cover it up with something, and I'll just let it sit here, and it'll get even better. It'll start fermenting a little bit, and it'll start breaking down even more. And so, well, they're growing. Oh, I know. I remember what this one is now. This was, yeah, these were hatchlings I pulled out. That's what it was. This was a little container of hatchlings I pulled out. That I weighed up before I dumped them in here. These come out of finished castings. They come out of a separate deal. I think I hand picked them out one night or something. Anyway, and so yeah, that's what these are. It takes a while. I got so many different bins going and different little things, and it's all basically just to keep. Yeah, look at them. They are definitely getting down. They're growing up fast. They get so fast, so they get so big so fast, right? They'll be off to college soon. So, yeah, they're definitely doing their thing. I remember taking them out now. There was just little bitty hatchlings. Barely pick them up, put them in a cup, and then I weighed them up and threw them in here. So, they're definitely getting along and doing their thing. So, let's give these suckers something to eat because they deserve it. Protein shake coming up. We're going to feed them up good because the little babies, the little juveniles and sub-adults, they have a really good appetite. Seems like they, I don't know, I guess they grow in children. So they seem to really get down on some good food. So, yeah. Spread that out, flatten that out a little bit. And pitch everybody up in there I see. And tell them, hey, dinner's ready. Oh yeah, it's a lick of them in here. That's awesome. Yeah. See, I like it when plan comes together. So yeah, it's definitely getting. I can't wait till the big weigh out. Whenever I do a big reset, which ain't gonna be long, cause I'm I'm only adding like a half a quart to these when I feed them, and so these bins they'll finally catch up, and they'll run out, and I'll finally just break them down, and pull everybody out that I can. We'll do another weigh out. I mean, we gained 14, almost a pound. We gained 14 ounces of worms in 60 some days. And so I'm really curious to see what these are going to do. And these were babies that were put in, I want to say, yeah, February the 11th. It was 2.7 ounces of hatchlings. So that's, that's what, 10 days? Yeah, today's the 20 something, right? The 24th or whatever it is. I don't keep up with days. So, yeah, go to work every day. It's hard to just go to work. It don't even matter what day it is. So, I hadn't made a video in a while because I've been working. It's been crazy at work, and been getting in late, and I'm beat, and I'm tired, and I've been wanting to come down here and make a video or two, and I'm like, man, I'm just beat. And so, get up in the morning, running around like a chicken with my head cut off, and trying to get to work. And so I don't have time to come down here and do it in the mornings. And so, anyway, finally I was like, let me go make some videos for my peoples. So this is the reason why I'm here, because you're here. So if you're here, I'll be here, and we'll be here together. So anyway, the YouTube channel's only as good as people to come and watch it. You understand that? So, I'm just a babbling idiot over here talking about worms. And you've got to be interested enough to come and check me out. I can't make you subscribe, but you can. If you hit the subscribe button, you hit the notification bell, you hit that thumbs up like button, let me know what you're doing, talk to me, tell me what you want, ask me some questions if you need to know anything. If you know something I don't, tell me in the comments. That's why they put it down there. So, I'm watching a bunch of channels. They're growing. I think it's Nana's Worm Farm. She's building rack after rack and like whole warehouse setups, and man, and that's like, man, it's like jealousy big time. You're like, man, she's getting down, but I don't have enough time for that. I don't have enough. Well, I probably got enough room for it, but I don't know. I'm doing this. I don't want to get much bigger. I don't feel like getting the bobcat out and doing that. See, so there's some more of that corn right there. That is not apples. That is not oranges. That is not bananas. Okay, that is corn, potatoes, and beans, or whatever it was. It come out of a pantry set that was expired canned food. And so that's all been, and we washed it, we rinsed it, we tried to get the sodium out of it as best as we could, not to be high in sodium. So we did do that, but I don't know. Like I said, I know it's a slower food. I mean, even when I feed them corn on the cob and stuff like that, they don't knock it back like they do bananas. But it's okay. Like I said, they're not gonna starve, and that's the main thing, is to keep them fed. So as long as everybody's got something to eat, and the food's here, they can come to it and get it when they want it, and they can go out and do their thing. The bedding is still food all the way around, and yeah, see, they're here, hanging out, doing their thing. So yeah, the numbers don't look bad, and I don't mind weighing them or counting them. I'd rather weigh them than count them. But yeah, see, jackpot. Everybody hanging out on the right today for some reason. So yeah, we'll just drop them back in on top of the food over here. And like I said, I don't do this often. I leave them alone as best I could, as best as I can, and just let them do their thing, because that's how they do. They do better without us interfering. But I do like to pull them out and take a look at them, check on them, make sure everybody's kind of healthy looking, and everybody's jumping around and doing their thing, and nobody's drying up and dying on me. So yeah, and just keep up with what kind of progress we're in on stages wise, and see how, if we have any new hatchlings in here, or see how many sub-adults we got, or whatever, and just see how many cocoons we got coming out. So yeah, that little puppy right there. So yeah, that's always a good sign. So yeah, and I do this just to relax. That's basically all it is. This is my relaxing time. I come down here. Everybody's in the bed, and I just come down here and go through the worms and check on them. And so, when I sit down and do the light method, that's rather relaxing for me too. I just come in and get me a nice comfortable stool to sit on, and then I just go and start pulling them out. See, there's a little juvenile right there. See, he's not even nowhere close as big as the rest of them. And so I just come through and pull them out and feed them up. It's a good way to get rid of scraps and stuff too. The landfills are full of enough junk as it is. And so and with the county I live in too, there's questionable actions going on with the whole recycling thing anyway, because the recycle truck goes down to the landfill with the trash trucks. I've been at the dump and watched that happen with my own eyes, and so I'm not 100% sure what they're doing. I'm not sure if they're just charging you to recycle and still dumping it, and so you're paying two trash charges. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, everybody seems to be doing good in this one too. So. And the bedding's starting to break down. There's still plenty of nutrients in there. There's plenty of the bedding and not just the casting. So it's still but it's getting broke down in some places. You see, starting to get right. So, and like I said, I'm not really into making castings. I'm into making worms, but we'll use this in the garden this spring. I've already got, like I said, over 100 pounds up in the under the bathtub back here. So, you know, I'll use it. I ain't gonna waste it at all. I think AJ did a thing about the castings. Do they expire? Video that he made, and I'm with him on that one. If you're gonna make them, use them. I know a lot of people. I think Planet Obsessed. She pulls out what she needs. She'll go through her big blues. What she's got. She's got two 55-gallon barrels cut in half, and then got the ends cut off and then screwed together. So she's got one big long, like, I don't know, 6 foot blue half barrel. And she goes through and she migrates her worms in the wedge feeding method. She migrates her worms over, and as this finishes off over here, she screens it, takes the finished castings, and uses it down in her basement for her plants and everything that she's growing. And so she's harvesting on a need to have basis. And me, when I do a reset, because it's wintertime, I'm not doing the garden or anything, so I just store my castings, keep them damp, I keep them cool, and I keep them under the tub. And then when spring comes, I'll get into my castings. My little casting hoard is what it is, and I'll get into it. And I'm actually gonna go out and till in probably 100 pounds into my garden, which I've got a fairly decent sized garden. So I'll actually go in and till it in when I till it the first time coming up. I'll go in and till that in and get that in place, and then the rest I'll use the like a feeding method around the base of the plants and stuff like that when I get ready to do my tomatoes and my squash, zucchini, and everything like that. And I don't know if I'm gonna add that in to the channel, the gardening aspect of it. I don't know. I might just keep the worms worming and not have to do the gardening too. So anyway, you're lucky you're getting this right here. So I don't know if I want to become a YouTube influencer and make $3 million or $4 million a year and have 100,000 followers. I just want to be just simple old dirty Joe over here in the corner, making worm castings. So But yeah, like I said, everybody, I appreciate you coming and subscribing and watching and dinging the bells and hitting the notifications. Um, like I said, the YouTube channel is only as good as the people that come and watch it. I need you more than you need me. YouTube's getting kind of finicky on things to get a certain amount of subscribers and this and that. And it's like AJ just celebrated 3,000 subscribers the other day. And I'm like, man, I wouldn't know what to do. I had 3,000 subscribers. So anyway, but it's not a gotta have kind of thing. I don't stress on it. It is what it is. I think we're up to like, I don't know, 27, 28 subscribers now, whatever. And guess what? If all 28 of y'all is the only ones that want to subscribe and only 28 of y'all want to come and watch, hey, guess what? I'm cool with that. Us 28 will hang out and mess with worms, and I'm okay with that. I'm not in this to make a living. Like I said, I don't monetize any of my videos. I'm not selling anything. I'm just doing my thing and letting y'all come along. So anyway, but like I said, I appreciate everybody that is tuning in and watching, dinging the bells and making comments. Hey, there's a lot of other worm farms that are on here that come in and talk, like Nana's Worms, AJ's, Planet Obsessed, the Gardening Worm Lady. Everybody comes in, makes comments and stuff like that, and that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to support each other and, you know, just like a family, like a community. So anyway, but like I said, I can't do this. Well, I can do it by myself, have one subscriber and no views. I could do that, but it kind of drives you a little bit if you got people wanting to know stuff and people coming and watching and keeping up with certain things like the cardboard versus the natural bedding. I'm already done figured out what that's about, but I'm gonna go on and run it. That way, if there's somebody that is watching that wants to see the finishing end, then that's what we're gonna do, because that's what I said I was gonna do. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm already kind of like womp 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 on that, but we're going to go on and run it, and let it go, because there's somebody out there that might want to see it. So that's what we're gonna do. So anyway, all right. Well, they're doing good enough. Shake and bake for now and let them ride again. And we're down into some January bins. This is a January the 12th breeder bin made up. This is the one I think I keep seeing worms on the side over here looking at me when I'm over here messing. They'll be over here peeking out the window. Because the bins are clear and people are like, oh, I can't believe you put your worms in a clear bin. And guess what? They don't care. If it gets too much light, they'll go from here to there. That's all it takes. Just like when I do the light separation method, you rake off a little bit, they go down under that much dirt and they're golden again. So they'll move from the edge and slide right back in. I've seen them do it when I turn the light on. And so it doesn't bother them none. They like it to clear bin. They like to watch Daddy come over here and feed the worms. So. Oh yeah, a little bit left, a little bit, very little. Let's see what's over here. Some more, a little bit more. Well, they're working it though. See, they're in it. They're all in it right there. So, I'm okay. Like I said, probably next time. They'll probably get fed next time. It just depends. They've got some left. And, yeah. But everybody looks fat and happy. And that's the main thing. It's a real earthy smell. It's no stink, no stench. And that's what I'm checking for too, is to make sure we don't have any, anaerobics going on. Or, yeah, that's a real earthy smell right there. And so that's it's a good sign. That everybody's enjoying their environment. It's a little compacted here. Like I said, I don't fluff all the time. I don't fluff every time. That's just not been fluffed probably since we made it, I guess. Well, maybe one time since January the 12th. But, yeah, there's a little bit left. And even that doesn't have a bad smell. I mean, it's not bad. It's a couple pot worms. Hey, look, y'all want to get a glimpse of a pot worm? There's a pot worm right there. But guess what? He's about by himself. So, yeah, don't even care. So, no need to worry. Oh, yeah, definitely got them in there. Definitely hugging the corners and riding the trench. Yeah. Like I said, I just chuck them up here in the middle where the food is, and I'll let them run back down, and then they'll come down, they'll do their thing. Hopefully, they'll eat some of that stuff and help work it up a little faster, and then they'll finally drift back to where they were. Every time I come in and work a bin, they're right back where they started. They'll wind up back in these corners. You can't keep them out in corners. So definitely some good old fat healthy worms. There's a cocoon. I didn't think it'd take long to find one. There's one. Mm-hmm. There's what used to be a cocoon. That's it. It's a little baby. So yeah, good deal. And like I said, the moisture on these things is just, I mean, it's good to me. Good to them. I'm noticing that there are some channels that were running them dry. They're starting to run them a little wet now. Because, yeah, wet is good. And if you're running too wet to sift, then, like I said, I don't dry them out because I don't want to stress them out. Plus, like this, I haven't been down here in 9 days to make a video. And if I was drying something out, I'd be done forgot about it. And we'd have worm jerky. You don't want worm jerky. So I just soon just leave them be, and I'll light sift them or light harvest them, and I'll be okay with that. And it won't take long. I can throw a couple bins out at one time and work them. I work 3-4 bins at one time. Just let them dive down, come through, scratch off, chuck it in a box, and all 3-4 bins will all go in one box or this barrel down here with the cocoons and the hatchlings and all that in there. So it's no big thing. And then I'll come through and pick out these suckers once I get them in a pile, or as I run across them while I'm scratching. If I scratch too fast and get a little bit too deep, and I drag a couple of these suckers up, I've got a little bitty little cup deal, little tray, and I'll chuck them in there as I come along and hand toss them in there. And then once I get my big pile up and sweep them down and get them down to pretty much worms, I'll pull them out, weigh them up, split them out, slam them in some new bins, which I gotta go get some more bins. So, you know. So anybody that is worm farming already and not getting into it and has been in it for, I don't know, just say a year, how addictive is it to you? That's what I want to know. Because I catch myself looking at stuff going, that could be a worm bin. I look at stuff and be like, where can I get some worm food at for free? Can I go by here and see if they got some expired bananas or fruits or vegetables or something? Let me go by and ask. Or, I'll be out shopping or something and be like, let me go by the produce section and find this dude over here with this cart and ask him about some produce and stuff like that, you see. And so let me know. Let me know in the comments. Are you addicted as bad as some? Because some of us, we're in it. We're in it to win it. And so, and like I said, it's real relaxing. It's highly addictive. I don't know if it's the relaxation part that's more addictive or if it's just the let's grow some more worms. I got to get some more worms. I want another pound of worms in the population. And, I could do a one over and order me 1,000 red wigglers and bring them in here, drag them up here and sling them in one of these bins and be like, look at how good this is doing. But I ain't gonna do you like that. We're gonna look at what I'm growing. And, you know, I know sometimes like YouTube wise, a lot of people set up some of their stuff. And it's hard to tell what's real and what's fake anymore. So there's a little cocoon right there. So they're definitely making this some more. There's another one right there. Let me see. Can you see that? Yeah, right there. So there's another one right there. So yeah, definitely doing good. Um, so you know, like I said, I watched some of them videos on there, and you're like, you know, that's fake, right? And everybody's like, oh wow, that's amazing, that's so good. And I'm like, you do know that's fake, right? And so anyway, uh, but yeah, it's gonna be the real deal here. But like I said, let me know. Are you addicted as bad as I am? I see some people. I can tell how bad their addictions are. There's some people building gigantic barns and putting up 11 million shelves and 1,000 totes and doing all sorts of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm proud of her, man. Nana's worms. She is growing exponentially, and I'm like awesome. I love to see somebody do like that. Yeah, she already had a banging setup to start with, and the one building with the totes and the breeders and the heaters for the cocoons, and they got the sifter in there. That's what got me to her channel. Actually, was I was hunting sifters, and she had the big sifter. I think her daughter was in there running the sifter, and that got me to her channel. And then I just started watching, and then she's just slowly been like, you know, just little steps, and then one day it's like, yeah, check out this gigantic building we got. And I'm like, wow. And then she's like, yeah, look here, I got this over here, I got that. And I'm like, wow. And yeah, it went bang, bang, bang. And I was like, cool. So yeah, I'm like really excited for her. And you know, I don't want to get that big. It's okay. I'm not gonna. No, I'm gonna go fishing. Yeah, I'm going kayaking and fishing. I'm going to build my cabin in the mountains, and I'm going kayaking and fishing. I'm retiring next year or this year, depends. And I'm going kayaking fishing. I'm not going to get into a worm business. I got enough worms. I can hook up some friends, and I got enough to make. Yeah, let's feed them my beard hair. Yeah, there's a good old beard hair to eat there, buddy. But yeah. So yeah, we're just gonna retire and do that. I'm not getting into worm farming business. It'd be nice. It'd be really cool. Yeah, but I just no. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I see you. I see you. What are you doing? Hmm? What are y'all doing? Hmm? Yeah, cool. Uh-oh. No, it's just one worm. So, and people keep asking, what kind of worm? I have no idea. No worms. Composting worms. Like I said, yeah, they got plenty to eat. They're still eating. I believe I see a piece of corn right there. So anyway, yeah, they got food. Now, he's getting there, really getting there. Cause see, once the castings get broke all the way down, well, once the bedding gets broke all the way down in the castings, then moisture does become an enemy because it will start holding more moisture because it's changed its texture and its ability to absorb moisture. And so, yeah. Plus, these are some big, old, fat, happy worms right here that like to eat and make us plenty of casting. So, yes, sir. And this is what is this? One of the older ones, I believe. Yeah, this is a January the 13th bin. So, all the bedding, I'd say, is at least 80% complete. In what? 2 months? Not even. So, yeah, I'm good with that. Definitely good with that. And I mean, we've got some big, old, fat, nasty, happy worms. Now, somebody said there was night crawlers, but I don't know about that. Because they're not as big as night crawlers. I just think they're some of the biggest red worms I've ever seen. I don't know. I really don't. I mean, every time I look under the categorization chart, it's the same distance here to the patellum. The description of the back tail end is still slightly yellow, and then the body is like a salmon color, which is still in the orange, yellow, red definition description of a red wiggler. And I just think it's a really fat, happy red wiggler. If anybody else knows something I don't know about what kind of worm this is, please, you're more than welcome. We will talk about it in the comments about it, because I would really like to know. And I'm the more they get like this, I mean, I'm tickled to death with them, and so I don't, I don't even care what kind they are. I'm gonna have plenty of them because there's 1,000 cocoons in here too. But I'd like to be able to tell y'all what kind they are. So somebody sent off and had them classed one time. They had them. So this being here is doing really good. Awesome, fat, happy worms, and so getting right. So they're definitely in here and doing their thing. And they've about worked this one out all the way in a couple of months. Well, not even, is it January the 13th being? So this one here is probably going to get reset in March when I do the reset for everybody else. Probably this one definitely needs a reset. They've still got food, so I don't think I'm going to feed them this time. Still got some food in here. Yeah, so I think we're going to, see, we're going to let that run and go from there. But yeah, they're definitely fat and happy. So, yeah. Like I said, I don't know what kind they are. I know I got a bunch of them. I know they're fat. They're happy. They're making castings. They're slinging cocoons. They have a voracious appetite. And about an equal love life too. So, I'm cool with it. Really cool with it. And I mean, when they hatch, they look like baby red wigglers. That is the script, the red, the yellow tail, and slightly clear. And I mean, they look like that. But then when they get up like this and they get fat, they turn into these. And like I said, the whole color scheme is still within the description of what a red wiggler is. But they're just huge. And I have people all the time, those ain't red wigglers, they're too big. I don't know. I don't know if they're just fat and happy red wigglers or not. So anyway, but if anybody knows or knows a trick, you let me know. That'll be cool. And other than that, I'm gonna have to send them off, have them classed, I reckon, and see what they are. So anyway, but listen, I appreciate y'all tuning in, coming and hanging out with me, and putting up with me. And if this is your first time, we are checking some bins against the kind of bedding, and we're feeding different kind of bins, and we're doing our thing here on this channel. So if you want to keep coming back and you want to know what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, ring the notification bell, And give us a thumbs up. Let me know what you thought about this video. Make a comment. Ask me some questions. Tell me some lies. We're good. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Like I said, channel's only good for who it is viewing. So I appreciate you. Y'all have a good night.